Hi everybody and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday the 30th of January 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm using the Morgan Greer deck for today's reading. This is one of my favorite decks. I absolutely love it. I'm going to shuffle the cards a couple of times and tune into the energy. And as I shuffle, I just ask the cards, what is the day's energy going to be about? Wednesday the 30th. And then the tarot, being the amazing divination system that it is, will give me a very detailed answer. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. And if you like the videos, please share them and hit the subscribe button. You're very welcome to this channel. Lots of nice people are on this channel, and I do moderate the comments quite heavily. So we do once in a while get the occasional, burn in hell kind of comment, but they don't last very long. I get rid of those kind of people. All right, so we've got I don't know why that's cracking me up. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Rods. All right, so Eight of Cups is a card that means you have a lot of good stuff in your life, but you want more. I want to experience more. There must be more to life. I don't feel completely fulfilled. I don't feel like I'm using all my gifts and talents. So cups is the water element, and water has to do with spirituality, family, feeling good, feeling connected, being intuitive, being in love. And each one of these cups represents something fab. So having a family, nurturing someone, and you're proud of that because, like, for instance, you go buy them groceries every week and you have a conversation with them. A lover, the ability to paint, wonderful things that you've got in your life. The moon is fear, and the moon says, oh, don't go past these cliffs, these rocks. It's dangerous, it's perilous, treacherous. But the cloak, Red Riding Hood here, says, I absolutely have to follow my passion. And despite all of the good stuff that I've got in my life, I've got to find the eighth cup. The eighth cup is like the Holy Grail. I've got to find that other thing that I'm really good at, or I've got to find that person who's still missing from my life that really inspires me. I've got to find, like, the guru, or whatever it may be. So it's a sense of longing. It's a little bit of the grass is greener on the other side syndrome. But the truth about this is that if you're really passionate about finding something and you've already achieved all of these wonderful things in your life, then this isn't a fool's errand. You're actually moving towards finding that eighth cup and really becoming more fulfilled in your life and making your life richer, and really being emotionally connected to your life and living it to the fullest and not letting fear stop you. So this is a good card, and it's a card that says, you still have freedom despite all of the great stuff that you've built. If you take a sabbatical for 3 months and go to find yourself, you're not going to lose all of these things. You can come back after the 3 months, passion fulfilled, add the cup to what you've already got, and you're going to be much more satisfied in your day-to-day business, in your day-to-day affairs. If you constantly, if you're making the sandwiches and taking the kids to school and you're constantly daydreaming about having a wonderful, sexual romantic experience that you've never had, and you're just constantly daydreaming about that, and it never happens, it's like one of these days, you're going to have to go out and meet that need, because you're always living in fantasy land. You can never be present. And people call your name and you're zoned out, and they have to call your name again. They're like, hello, are you with us? And then you snap back to reality, and then you can be present. So it's a card that allows you to achieve what you want to achieve, so that you can have contentment and peace of mind in your life, and that you feel a sense of well-being about your everyday circumstances. The Page of Pentacles is a young man who's learning about how to do things in a work way, how to manage his daily life, his daily routine, and how to manage his physical health. What's interesting is that he's facing away from the Knight of Rods, and the Knight of Rods is facing towards the future, and he is someone who is really trying to decipher and to discover what his life purpose is, but he kind of stumbles around a little bit. Sometimes he goes overboard. He decides, okay, I'm going to paint, and then he paints these pictures, and then he decides that he hates them all, and he burns them to smithereens and says that I was all rubbish and I have to start all over again. And other times, his passion really does lead him to feel amazing joy and exhilaration and ecstasy and a huge sense of freedom. So the Page of Pentacles is looking at this situation, and he's saying, okay, I'm not totally completed by the circumstances of my life. I don't know how I'm going to fill this void, but I'm willing to learn. I'm going to take action. I'm going to get out my beautiful clothes. I love his outfits. I love the hat, the little brush there, the arrows. He's beautifully dressed. And I'm going to willingly learn how to move forward and how to get these things done in a practical way. And what's interesting is that the river here is red. So water has turned into passion. So it's the perfect card to follow this card, really. So you're not going to sweat the details. Things will fall into place. If you do have to go find yourself in Goa, then you'll book the tickets and you'll take the flight that you've never taken, and you'll be at an airport in a country you've never visited, and that's just going to be the way it happens, and the details take care of themselves. The important thing to connect with today is to look to the future and to say, more, I can achieve more. So you may think now that, wow, Gregory, this reading is kind of selfish, you know? Why am I so special and entitled to just completely make everything wonderful for myself? Why shouldn't I just accept what I have? And there's a very fine line between that, isn't there? Because if we accept the things we have in life, and if we learn to be happy, to learn to be happy and grateful for the things we have in our lives right now, then there's no need to leave and to go on missions. But we all know that there are certain things in life that we can achieve, and if we do achieve them, the external influence does have an effect on how we feel internally. So, for instance, yeah, I've got friends and people who love me, but I really do want to buy a house. I want that security. And you go out and do that, and when you have the house, it just gives you a feeling of, you know, no one can kick me out. I own this property, I'm secure, I'm safe, and it just makes me feel better. So yes, there is a fine line. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, but sometimes it is. And today, the cards are saying that there's an opportunity here for you to make your life better. For instance, to buy the property or to meet the guru, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and to really learn something. The Knight of Rods becomes the King of Rods, remember? And the King of Rods is really someone who is living his life purpose to the fullest. And when you live your life purpose, you usually have a positive knock-on effect to those around you. The people who see you striving to be the best you can are inspired just by looking at you and by being around you. And also you attract people into your life who are vibrating at a high frequency. You attract people who are also trying their very best. And that's what you are. You're someone who engages with the process of life. You want to make things better. You're willing to learn. And by learning the steps to really fill the gap here and to make yourself happier, overcoming fear, which includes faith. So also learning how to connect with the higher power, how to connect with your higher self. That's going to help you graduate to be the king of rods, and that gives you great freedom. You lead by example, like I said. The people around you will be inspired, and you attract people who are similar in that they're trying to live their best life possible. And those are interesting people that you can spend time with and that inspire you even more. And then you can really reach the higher levels by talking to people who have thought about life and are, who think on a more profound level, and that's how you get answers, and that's how you really discover things that are super interesting, and that's how you come up with unique content and live your particular purpose and enjoy real growth. So the influence can be external and internal. Today there's a big push internally to move forward in your life and to gain success in the real world, and to then have that external success reward you internally. Wow. Okay. So we've got 8 and 1 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is really taking the initiative, being a leader, walking away by yourself, taking charge of your life, being the boss and saying, I desire this, so I'm not going to ask for permission, I am going to do it. So it's really up to you to move forward, and if you do, you're going to experience great things. You'll meet wonderful people along the way, people who are also seeking the Holy Grail, and you can make lifelong friendships or romantic connections, or really meet people who bring you joy. There's a lot of yellow here in the cards, and there's a lot of red, which is passion, and red is fire. Yellow is fire as well. So it's a masculine energy that's about happiness and joy, and it's about not sitting around and waiting for happiness to be delivered to you, but taking the initiative, doing things independently, and creating your own happiness. So off you go. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. I combine, like the way I combine the numbers here with the cards, I combine all 3 divination systems in the personal readings. To draw up your birth charts, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, order a chart rectification with me. It's a process where I can work out your time of birth, because without the time of birth, it really makes the charts less accurate, because the houses are all over the place, and the houses are what area of life the planets and signs affect you in. So once I have a blueprint of your soul, once I have the natal chart drawn up, I can really tell you what your life purpose is, what you still need to accomplish to feel fulfilled, what you're gifted at when it comes to work, what your vocational talents are, what's destined for you in love and travel and development and personal growth and career and finance and health and personal development and friendships and hopes and dreams being realized. I can look at what's coming up for you in future over the next couple of months and years and answer any questions you may have, and especially with timings. I'm a quadruple earth sign, so timings are something that I'm usually quite good at. So if you would like reading with me, then please do get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Remember to share this video if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button as well so you're notified of new videos coming out. And just FYI, I'm going to do the horoscopes tomorrow. I was supposed to do them earlier this month, but I really didn't have a very easy January, so it's super delayed. But I'm gonna keep trying to publish the monthly horoscopes as early as I can ahead of time. So Hasn't worked in January, but there you go. You can't always win. And that's it. So there we go. Have a great day. I hope you really have a wonderful Wednesday here. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.